With women, it's a little challenging. I think what has worked for me best with women is women who are veterans. That has worked better for me because
What do you mean by veterans?
like veterans in their respective.
Oh, right. Like they're
Yeah.
not trying to get put on. They already have
Right.
seasonality.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes. So that has worked better for me because I'm a team player. Like, I'm not looking for that. Like, I'm the type of person that I'm like, wow, like, you inspire me. Like, let me learn from you. That's the type of person I am. I'm very humble. I'm very like, let's get to work. Let me see what I can learn and build myself along the way too, because that also helps you, right? As opposed to like when you're working with people who are trying to be put on or things like that, like women, that it becomes very challenging sometimes because, you're Victoria. You've been doing a lot of amazing things.
Thank
you are killing it. Your business acumen, everything, right? So somebody may meet you and they come and work with you and they start taking little strategies from you and doing the same exact thing that you're doing, right? And it's great to learn because that's what we're here for, right? We're here to learn. I learn from people learn from me, but I feel like people forget their own identity. And it's like, but what are you bringing uniquely into this, right? So I think that's what makes it challenging, but I've tried not to.
Or they forget who put them on.
Oh, absolutely. I've heard it all. I've heard it all. I've heard, I don't really need this platform and things like that. And I'm just like, well, I didn't even say you needed it. This is coming all from you. So, yeah. But, I try not to let those things deter me from continuing to work with women and be empowered with women, because our tribe is out there that is not on that type of time, So yeah, I try not to let it discourage me, and I try not to let it, I don't want to build up personal feelings against anybody. Business is business at the end of the day. And that's how I just try to keep it. And, when I see something that's, especially if I'm working with somebody that is either my friend or family member or something like that, I'm just like, okay, let me put a pause on this. Because for me, the most important thing is the friendship, or is that you're my family. And let me put a pause on the business. Yeah. So we could keep that.
Okay. So if you're thinking about partnership, assess values, assess commitment.
Yeah.
Assess, what do you want out of this partnership, out of this experience?
Yeah.
You prefer seasonality.
Yeah.
Anything else that you would say people should consider when they're thinking about partnership?
Yeah, I think honing in on what your skills are. What are you bringing to the table? Making sure you're always bringing something to the table. Like always. Like what do you have to also offer? I think that's very important, because that'll strengthen your partnership. Yeah. And, I work with a lot of men too, which could be a little, sometimes, because.
Do you have a fun story?
Oh man, do I have a fun story? I don't know. Sometimes it's challenging because you want to make sure you keep that business, that boundary. Like, this is business, because sometimes you spend a lot of time with your male business partners. So it's like you want to make sure you keep it business. You don't want to be too friendly. You want to put boundaries, don't text me or call me after this time, things like that, just so that we keep it business, because sometimes, that can happen. Like, somebody can develop feelings and things like that. And so that could be a little difficult.
Talk about that, because I think that's really important.
Yeah.
To break down.
Yeah.
Because you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I know I've experienced moments where I sometimes am like, how should I manage this? Because, quite frankly, it is a competitive advantage to be a woman.
Yeah.
Right?
It
So knowing that, but also knowing and understanding the male ego a little bit, like, it is kind of strategic that you have that power.
Yeah.
But how do you create the boundary and the balance where they're like not completely turned off because their ego is hurt? Right. Right?
Yes.
And still want to like work with you. So is there anything you can share there?
Yeah, definitely lean into your femininity, which I believe is like what you're saying, because it is to our advantage. But I don't know. I don't know if I have like a specific strategy. I'm just very stern. I'm very stern. I'm very like, okay, if we have to have a business dinner, I'm very like, one drink, don't laugh too much at the jokes, just keep it very stern, because also for me it's very important, respect, like for people to respect me, so yeah, I just keep it very cordial, very stern, and like, yeah, we're peoples, but I don't flirt, I don't touch. I'm not like, oh, haha, like, because we tend to do that without even knowing sometimes as
Right.
women, And yeah, so I think just keeping myself like poised and being stern in my approach and communication, I think has helped, and creating boundaries.
Has there ever been a time where you're doing business and you're attracted to the person you're doing business with?
Yes, but the business, it never happened because of that reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keeping it separate.
Yeah, because you already know. You already have feelings for the person, so you already know where it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, the business didn't happen.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So